Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome back to Room 9, the region's largest classroom. I'm Dr. Sanders, and we're here for another fantastic week of teaching some ELA, and math skills to pre-K students in kindergarten. But anybody can join us. Again, I'm Dr. Sanders, and I work at Adams Elementary in St. Louis Public School Districts, and we are St. Louis Public School District, and we are here to have some fun while learning some good things. This is our second week. If you were here last week, I remember we talked about all the stuff that we'll be talking about this fall. So we talked about so many different things, and this week we have a different focus. So let's look and see what we're going to talk about this week. We are going to talk about things that are based on the Missouri Early Learning Standards. And the standards are, in ELA, we're going to apply early reading skills for pre-K. In kindergarten, it's going to be develop and apply reading skills. So basically, you're going to learn some basic reading skills to help you become a better reader or to become a reader. Because remember, everyone's a reader, no matter what it may be. But everyone's a reader, so we're going to help you become a better reader. And in math, we're going to talk about developing number sense, and in kindergarten it's knows number sense and the counting sequence. But basically, boys and girls, what you're going to learn is how to work with numbers and counting. So all this week, those are going to be our skills we're going to focus on. Don't worry about looking at all that mess. That's a lot of stuff. But I'll make sure you learn all that good stuff. So don't worry about looking at all that. But, so are you ready to get started? Yes, good. We're going to get started with some ELA. And guess what? After last week, I heard a bunch of my teacher friends told me that they were going to have their students watch me. So I think we have a lot of brand new students who are watching us today. If you watched me last week, thank you. If you joined us this week, welcome. And we're going to have so much fun. One thing when we get started, what I want you to make sure you do every day when you come watch Dr. Sanders is maybe you have a marker, maybe you have a dry erase board and marker, maybe you have a pencil and some paper, maybe you have some pencil, paper, just something to write on, because we're going to be just writing, and your writing could be just, people's writing are different. Some of you are just so super, you're older than everybody. So when I say make an A, you make an A like this. Right? But some of you, if I say make an A and show you how to make it, if I say slant left, slant right, and across, you may say, and that's okay, because what we're doing is we're practicing and we're learning throughout this process. Another thing we're going to do is we're going to start with this, and I want everyone to get, eventually, I want you to get a note card. I want you to get a note card, something like this. Have your parents get it, or you can put them two together. You can put two together. Oops. Let's put it this way so you can see that side. You can put two together. And what I want you to do is I want you to have your name written on that card. And I have a couple of your names written on my cards. But I'm going to try. I just want you want to practice writing your name or practice with your name. And you can have your parents or your guardians or your daycare teacher or your preschool teacher. You can have her write it for you, or him write it for you. And I want you to have that name card when we're working, because we're going to practice some of our names. Hopefully we'll get to your name. I can't get to everybody because there's a whole bunch of my friends watching, and I just don't have time to get to everybody. But we'll try to get to a few names a day. And you can have your parents share your name on 9 networks. You can find them on social media, the 9 network social media, and you can have them take a picture and send it of you pointing to the letters in your name or writing your name. Have them send it to 9 Network so we can see what you're doing at home. So let's get started with some ELA. First, I told you we're going to get started with names, right? We're going to get started with my name. My name. And my name is Dr. Sanders. But we're just going to focus on Sanders. Sanders. You see the letters in my name? Does anybody know any of those letters? What's this first letter? What's that first letter, Carlos? S. Thank you, sir. That is S. And that is a capital S. Everybody say capital S. All right. Who knows this letter? Gabriella, do you know that letter? Okay. Yes. It's the letter A. Everybody say A. And that's a lowercase a. And what letter is this? Elijah, what letter is that? Right, that's the letter N. Everybody say N. And what letter is this? D, right? That's the letter D. And what letter is this? Right, Queen. That's the letter E. And what letter is this? R. And what letter is this? S. That's right. Let's spell Sanders. We're going to spell Sanders together. I want you to mimic me. That means repeat after me. Capital S, A, N, D, E, R, S. Sanders. Now, let's put a little rhythm to it, okay? S-A-N-D-E-R-S. Let me hear you. S-A-N-D-E-R-S. That's right. That's Sanders. Okay. I have a couple other names we're going to work on. This is Alvin. This is Alvin. Repeat after me. Capital A, L, V, I, N. Now we're going to spell it. We're going to put a little rhythm to it. Okay, you ready? A-L-V-I-N. A-L-V-I-N. You ready? Let me hear you. A-L-V-I-N. All right. And we have another name today. And that is this your name? Yes, that is Tristan's name. Everybody say Tristan. T-R-I-S-T-A-N. Ooh, I hear a lot of people mimicking me, repeating after me. Excellent. T-R-I-S-T-A-N. T-R-I-S-T-A-N. We have one more name today. Does anybody know whose name is this? Yes, Callie. Capital C, A, L, I. C-A-L-I. C-A-L-I. Callie. All right, boys and girls. Now we're going to do some words. We're going to do some words. Words are made up of letters. Words are made up of letters. So we're going to do 2 words today. We're going to do 2 words, and hopefully you'll know these words. Because our names, like Callie's name, is also a word. And it has letters in it. The word we're going to look at today is the word my. The word my. Let's say the letters in my. M. Ooh, I heard that. Yes, you said M. You mimicked me. Y. My. Now we're going to spell my. You want to spell it together? When we spell a word, what we're going to do is we're going to read it, say the letters, and then read it again. You ready? My. M-Y. My. All right. What's that word? My. And these are sight words. Like you look at them and you can see what they are. And our second word we're going to work on today is, anybody know that word? Ooh, that's right. That's right, Avery. That's the word in. 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 Let's say the letters in N. I. In. In. Let's spell those words together. Letters together. I'm sorry. Let's spell that word. Read it. In. Say the letters. I. In. Read it again. In. Excellent job. All right, boys and girls. This week, we're also going to talk about, all that stuff over there. But we're also going to be talking about seasons. There are 4 seasons. Can you name the 4 seasons? Yep. One of them is winter. Yes, summer. Fall. And sometimes they call it autumn. And what's that last one? Yeah, spring. Winter, spring, summer, fall. We're going to be talking about seasons this week. And a lot about the season that's starting real soon. And that is fall. But you ready to read? Before we read, I know you've been sitting for a while. Everybody, please stand. Oh, never mind. Sit down. Stand. Okay. Nod your head 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Raise your shoulders up 10 times. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. What do you want? You want to dab like I did? Okay, we'll dab. Let's dab 7 times. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Jump up and down 2 times. You ready? Up. Let's do 10 times. You ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to sit down on 3. You ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Up, down, up, down. Sit right down on the ground. We're going to read this book. It's called Changing Seasons. Changing Seasons. Excuse me. Changing Seasons. This is the what? Front cover. This is the what? Back cover. This is the what? Spine. This is the spine. And what does the spine do? It helps keep the book together. If we didn't have a spine, the book would roll around like this. It would be just like we would be a big old blob. And I said big old blob. I could have said very big blob. But big, very big blob. And the author of this story is Mon Trice. And it's illustrated by Rutwit Das. And the author is the person who writes the words in the story. And the illustrator, that's right, I heard somebody say it, draws the pictures. Changing Seasons. And this book, we're reading it because of the St. Louis Black Authors Association. They allowed us to read their book. But let's read the book. Remember the 4 seasons: winter, spring, summer, fall. It was a bright, sunny day in Pleasant Meadow. Tanisha was excited about the first day of school. Miss Weathersby seemed excited too. Good morning, class. Today we will talk about the seasons: spring, summer, fall, and winter. Let's begin. Miss Weathersby, with her voice almost singing, asked, who can tell me which season is their favorite and why? Tanisha's hand shot up in the air like a rocket. Then, with the tilt of her head and a flash of a grin, her little brown hand rubbed her little brown chin, and she thought, my favorite season is summer, of course. What's your favorite season? Is it summer? Yes, summer, for sure. I just love running through the sprinklers in the front yard while Daddy washes the car. Sometimes he wipes that white stuff on it, only to wipe it off again. He said it's turtle wax. I didn't know turtles made wax. I love the fireworks on the 4th of July. The red and green and gold bursting in the air and falling down again. I love walking to the corner store with my best friend Chi for pickles and peppermint sticks. Have you ever tried pickles and peppermint sticks? Have you ever tried pickles and peppermint sticks? You should try them. They're good. You take a pickle, then you cut the top off a little bit. You put a peppermint stick in it. You let it soak a little bit, then you eat it. Good. Best of all, I love catching lightning bugs with my little brother Dylan. Miss Weathersby called them fireflies. I never saw one breathe fire, but I've seen plenty with the lightning on their bottoms. Yes, summer is my favorite season. It is the best season of all. Then with the tilt of her head and a flash of a grin, her little brown hand rubbed her little brown chin, and she thought, yes, summer is the best season of all. Except maybe for fall. My favorite season is fall, of course. Yes. Fall for sure. I love making costumes for Halloween. What are you going to be for Halloween? I love picking apples from the apple tree. Do you like picking apples? I love picking apples, but most of the time we get too many, and then we just have them in a. But you can make apple pie, or apple juice, or apple cider. Good. I love playing in leaf piles with my dog Mojo and hearing the sound of the leaves crunch, crunch, crunch. Most of all, I love baking sweet potatoes with Nana. Nana always lets me lick the spoon. Yes, fall is my favorite season. It's the best season of all. Then, with the tilt of her head and the flash of a grin, her little brown hand rubbed her little brown chin, and she thought, yes, fall is the best season of all, except maybe for winter. Of course, winter is my favorite season. Yes, winter for sure. I can hardly wait for Christmas and the Kwanzaa celebration right after. I'm in charge of lighting the candles. I love making the gingerbread house with different candies and goodies. I love the snow and catching snowflakes on my tongue and making snow angels with Dylan. This one time, I double dog dare him to lick the garage door. He did. His tongue stuck to it on account of it being so freezy outside. That was funny. I'm not allowed to double dog dare anymore. Most of all, I love Mama's first of the year meal. Black-eyed peas with fatback, collard greens, cornbread, and ham. She cooks it every New Year for luck. Yes, winter is my favorite season. It is the best season of all. Does Tanisha know which one is her favorite season? Or do you think she likes all of them? Yeah, it seems like she likes all of them. Miss Weathersby finally called on Tanisha. Tanisha, Sugar Pie, tell the class which season is your favorite and why. Tanisha stood up, walked to the front of the class. Then, with the tilt of her head and gliding her stride, she cleared her throat, opened wide, and she spoke. My favorite season is spring. I love the parades in the springtime and the marching bands. I love when my mama straightens my hair for Easter Sunday. She uses a pressing comb to stretch it out. She puts the comb in the fire on the stove to get it hot, and when she pulls it through my hair, it is longer and straight and shiny. That's what I like, to whip it back and forth. But she makes me sit so still so she won't burn me. I'm sorry, but she makes me sit still so she won't burn my kitchen. That's what she calls the back of my neck. We shop for hats for that special Sunday every year. We can make candy apples, and I like buttering the tray. Most of all, I like planting vegetable seeds with my pawpaw. He sings to his plants in his backyard garden. Grow, little plant, please grow, little plants. Have any of you ever planted seeds? Right now in the fall, you can pick some seeds. You can probably pick some pumpkins coming up soon. Yes, spring is the best season of all. Definitely spring. Now, did Tanisha really know which for her favorite season was, or did she like all the seasons? Yes, she did like all of the seasons. How many seasons were there? Show me with your fingers. Let's say winter, spring, summer, fall. How many seasons? That's right, it was 4 seasons. Let's say them again. Winter, spring, summer, fall. What is something that you can do in spring? That's right, Jehan. You can grow seeds. You can plant seeds. Thank you. What is something that happens in spring? You get all fancy you dress up. Oh yes, right, Easter, and people get all dressed up, and then she said she can do what? Whip our hair back and forth. That's right. What's something you can do in fall? Go apple picking. That's right. Are you going to throw the apples at your little brother? Please don't. Don't throw the apples at Dr. Sanders. You know, a good thing you do is count your apples. What is something you can do in winter? Ooh, yes, Christmas and Kwanzaa. Have you ever eaten black-eyed peas? Ooh, nope, man, they are so tasty. Black-eyed peas with some fat back. Man, they are so good. Okay, we have winter, we have fall. What else do we have? Winter, spring, summer, fall. Summer! What is some? Go swimming. Yes, you can go swimming. What else can you do? You can eat some freeze pops. What else? What did Latrice? What did Tradition wanted to do? Eat those pickles with that peppermint stick. Good. You better try that. All right, boys and girls. Dr. Sanders was spending so much time talking about reading. We didn't get to math, but before we do that, we read this book. Did you know did I start back here? No, I started in the what? Front. That's right. So when I started in the front, and then did I say, okay, I'm gonna read this page and go all the way to the back and say I'm all done? No, when you read a book, you start at the beginning, then you start turning the page one at a time. And then you read the words from top to bottom. And we'll talk more and more about the purpose of reading. But tomorrow, we're going to start with some math because we got to make sure we get our math in as well. So now I'm done for today. Oh, it's okay. Don't be too sad. But we have one more word to spell. Does anybody remember this word from last week? That's the word what? 9. 9. Let's say our letters. Let's spell it. N-I-N-E. Read it. 9. That's right, boys and girls. You know why I do this last? That's right, because we're in classroom 9. We're in classroom 9, the largest classroom in the region. Oh, I'm sorry, the region's largest classroom. Thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Teaching in Room 9 is made possible with support of Bank of America, Dana Brown Charitable Trust, Emerson, and viewers like you.